what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. Talked about bad run fits last segment, Jake, and to me, there's no excuse for bad run fits this game. And I can explain away last week, okay? Like you said, Omar Spate's ankle injured. It's Grambling. Maybe you're not taking it as seriously as you should have early on. I think we've all fallen into that trap before.
Had a defensive lineman that hadn't played in a year.
Yeah, who was very clearly kind of finding his way back. But the point is, there's no excuse this week.
I agree.
There's no excuse this week. There's no excuse to take Mississippi State for granted.
Nope.
You need it too badly. You're going against a multiple defense that demands your attention. You can't just kind of mindlessly line up. And you're going to have to really kind of pick through and designate what you have. And the offense actually not that multiple. I got my sides of the ball flipped for a second. But the bottom line is this defensive line, there's no excuse. You are physically superior. You need to execute Matt House's game plan. Like if LSU's, I guess what I'm getting at is I don't see, this is on the players. I don't see a world in which Matt House is going to get out-schemed by Kevin Barbay. Unless they just do something that they haven't put on film yet. But like this is going to be on the players to make sure that they're executing the game plan and go win this game.
Yeah, I forget what show it was. Somebody tried to attempt to say maybe Mississippi State was holding back plays and saving for this game. Coaches don't do that. Now they come up with new plays. They come up like with a scheme for their opponent. If you think Mississippi State was holding back plays in an overtime fight with Arizona, then
I mean you can keep it vanilla against like the worst teams on your schedule. We used to do some of that, but not against a team you're going to OT with.
Right. This is who they are now.
Yeah.
Right. This is the identity that they want to go out there and play with, and I think it's only going to get better. Like I actually think you catch Mississippi State at the best time. Because week 7, week 8, down the road, once those offensive linemen start to get some confidence, start understanding angles and, hand placement on some of these runs they've probably never done or haven't done since high school, then they're going to be a better football team because I do believe in their running back. And when they figure out, okay, Will Rogers, play action pass, and we can use him as a real weapon and tool, and, yeah, we can be a run-first team but still use this quarterback that's really, really good, been good for a long time, they're going to be a better football team. So I think getting them in week 3, like that's a perfect storm for you to go out there and be successful.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great opportunity for you to start the same climb that you did last year, right? And this was the game in which it started last year. Only last year, we still didn't know what LSU was going to be. Like last year, I was very worried about this game. Not so much this year. And remember, last year started like you should be very worried about it. And then adjustments were made, and you ended up kind of taking over that game, finishing strong. You should take over from the beginning this time out. I know you're on the road. I know it's Starkville and everything else, and it's always hard to win on the road in the SEC. But, again, you're much better than you were last season. And I don't think Mississippi State is. So, what are you going to do? Something else to note, Armani Goodwin, we think, is back, right? Taylor's put together context clues. There were some player interviews that said – who's it? Emory Jones talked about him practicing.
It was either Jones or Neighbors. I think it was Emory Jones. He just kind of casually was like, yeah, we're blocking for a lot of different running backs. He's like, Armani Goodwin had his first practice in a long time. And, like, people just kind of glazed over it. Okay. And then yesterday when Kelly was asked, like, multiple times, like, who's on your injury report? The only 2 names he gave out multiple times was Mason Taylor and Omar Spate. So, I mean, that kind of tells me Armani Goodwin might be back.
Yeah, hopefully, because if he's not back and he's just forgetting about the injury report, that's a bad sign. You never want to be so outside of your coach's perception that's the case. But Armani Goodwin is someone who is extremely powerful, man. If he can get his body to not betray him, I always feel like he's on the edge of popping off. So we'll see. Maybe he has a role to play this game. The running backs just got to be selfless. When you get your opportunity, do the most you can with it, and then let's see who gets hot. And you can kind of lean on that guy a bit. Nothing's changed. I still like LSU to cover this game. Anything changed for anybody else?
No. Not really. I think we've laid it out. I think everything right there is in front of LSU. Like, they know who this team is, and they know what they have to do to go out there and be successful. I hope they understand how big of a game this is for them moving forward.
Yeah.
Like, what this game can do for them.
Yeah, I mean, if Florida State wasn't the wake-up call that you haven't done anything yet, well, then you're already a lost cause. Like, if you can't focus in and do the hard things that are required to go out there and win this game, then it is what it is. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
I mean, those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.